First of all, congratulations.
Thank
Last
you,
night
Taylor.
was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your passion, you were very direct. I think you were the only person, keynote speaker, that directly mentioned Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What do you need people to understand about this party and what's important this election?
Well, I think there's two sides of this coin. One is what we stand for. I mean, we are the party that has been about civil rights, about women's rights, about workers' rights. We are a party that is a Big Ten party, the party of we, not the party of me. And going forward, we're a party that says, hey, if you are an American, if you're a middle-class American, if you are a struggling working-class American, this is the party that has the right solutions to make education more affordable, to make sure that if you retire, you get to retire with dignity and security, to make sure we invest again in ourselves. And that means everything from investing in our infrastructure again and creating a tax system that is fair for working people, for middle-class families, not just big corporations and frankly billionaires and millionaires and billionaires. So I like the positive part of our party, but then the negative part is, hey, do you want somebody sitting in the White House who can't go a week without spewing hatred on some segment of the American public, disabled, minorities, immigrants, POWs? And so we can't let that into the White House. And this is why our convention has everybody here. Their convention was boycotted by past presidents. It was boycotted by 22 of my Senate colleagues, Republican colleagues. Their party is turning off themselves. We can't let that into the White House.
Senator Booker, what do you say about those die-hard Bernie Sanders supporters? Because last night he was phenomenal.
Yes,
He was direct.
yes.
There was no misunderstanding what he was saying. What do you say to bring them together and bring them into the fold?
Well, first of all, I want them to stay passionate. I want them still to always to be calling to the conscience of this party to live up to its promises. I want them to call out our imperfections because I do agree with Bernie and Elizabeth Warren that we are too much about the high dollar donors and the kind of things that have corrupted our politics. So I'm hoping that they're still never stopping that voice. But listen to your standard bearer right now who knows the terror of us, what will happen if we don't take back the White House, keep the White House and take back the United States Senate. You heard him say that. So stay passionate, keep speaking truth to power. But in this case, the standard bearer of this movement is saying clearly, unequivocally, we got to get behind Hillary Clinton. We can't weaken this party with any disunity.
So do you feel like after it was all said and done last night that the movement forward was definitely taking place?
Oh, I definitely do. When Michelle Obama stood there, and when she said that line about, I live in a house that slaves have built, my daughters, my black daughters, she didn't back away from that at all, are playing with our dog on this lawn. I mean, that spoke to every American, regardless of your background, about the march we were making towards greater justice. We have a long way to go. Our criminal justice system is brutally broken, with disproportionately affecting poor people and minorities. We have a lot of work to do, but we can't stop now. We can't falter. We can't fail. We've got to keep moving, and I'm hoping that people heard that call, her call to the heart of this country.
Okay, Senator Booker, today is day 2 of the DNC here in Philadelphia. What can we expect? Tell us a little bit about this roll call.
I think that it's going to be raucous and fun, and people are going to express their heart and their passion. I think it's going to be a great thing to watch. And I think at the end, we will make history in our country to have the first woman to ever be the nominee of a major party. This is going to be, I don't know if I'll be able to keep the waterworks, but when she is officially our nominee, history will be made, and everybody watching will have a front seat to viewing a very important change. In fact, I remember when I was going through schools and talking to the young black boys, I used to always ask, what do you want to be in out here? I want to be a rapper. When Barack Obama went through his inauguration, I went into a school maybe days later, and I asked that question, and when the first kid looks up to me and says, I want to be president of the United States, I knew that just Obama being there had expanded the imagination of our children and made it more of a reality that others would follow. And so now, the same thing's going to happen. There's a little girl probably in my community who has seen a succession of male presidents in her history textbooks, and now she's going to see that there's nothing that she can't do, that her gender isn't going to hold her back. In fact, it's going to help propel her forward. And these are the moments that make me feel like I'm living in the best of times. Not that we don't have struggles and challenges, but we are breaking barriers, and this is going to be an amazing day for doing just that.
New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, thank you so very much
No,
for your
thank
insight
you.
and your time.
No,
Have a
thank
great
you
day.
very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.